Hi, my name is Yannis Bolman. I'm the CEO of Little Chicken Game Company, part of the team that made traffic jams, and I'll be explaining a bit more about traffic jams. So what's the game about actually? In order to do that, we'll jump right into a level, but first let's have a look around at this little place, which is basically the hub of your adventures. You'll return each time after you finish a level to be able to select a new level. There's a tutorial available there that we skip over for now. For now, we're going to jump right into a level and play a bit of traffic jams. So here we are in Gouda. It's daytime, blue skies, and people start walking in. Basically, in traffic jams, you have two basic gestures that you have to do. First is the stop gesture. You point to a pedestrian in this case and say stop. The second gesture is the go gesture. That's basically your basic controls. So really straightforward, no buttons used. Point at something, make it stop, or wave towards it to let it go. Your goal in traffic jams is pretty simple. Make sure everyone passes safely in a timely manner. So as soon as you start doing that, you'll see your score racking up. You'll see your multiplier racking up. Over there, by the way, is the scoreboard. It shows you your score, but also the time left in the level, because each level is set to a certain time. And that's basically up to you to manage traffic as well as you can. So Gouda is one of the first cities. Starts up fairly quiet, so gets you into the game, if you will, in sort of friendly manner. So once you sort of get the hang of this, there's a bit more going on that we slowly unlock as you start continuing the game. So you see that guy up there in the tree, for example? That's Dennis. He's actually the one teaching you how to control traffic. If you start the game up properly, you'll see him in tutorial. He'll explain you how to control traffic. And he'll be returning a few times in the game to actually show you the ropes, basically. Another thing which stands out here is this guy with a frisbee on his head. Looks a bit out of place, maybe. Let's get this guy going before we continue to him. So if you look at your watch, also a really simple motion of just looking at your watch, you'll see a list of missions that you have to complete. So the basic are score points, but the other ones are a bit more exotic, if you will. One of them is to actually pop balloons by getting a frisbee. So you grab the frisbee from its head, and by actually cloning the frisbee with your other hand, by grabbing a frisbee, you get to pick up a frisbee. And now it's up to you basically to try to pop the balloons before the timer runs out. So try a little bit harder here. It's a bit over, but I think I definitely want to pop this one. So if I have a few ones to go before the timer runs out, you actually will make that specific mission. I don't think I can clear it now because I'm also explaining a lot of the games, mini games in there, of which there will be several. So at the same time, while doing the mini missions, you also have to make sure you keep traffic flowing, of course. So that's basically the heart of traffic jams, controlling traffic while also managing all kinds of distractions. Now, of course, what tends to happen after a while, if you sort of lose control or don't have the overview anymore, you'll accidentally run over people. So we want to make sure nobody actually dies, because we want it to be a fun and lighthearted game. So people crash, but they get up again and continue on with their journey. And then again, some missions actually will require you to cause crashes. So let's have a look here. For example, if I make this bus go and let's see if this is a crash. Yeah, he'll crash into these guys. Actually, I cleared the mission hit and run, which is asking me to cause 5 crashes within 30 seconds. So basically you have to do several runs to complete all the missions in a single level. So for example, I cleared the mission points here with the scores. I caused the crashes, but actually I want to unlock a new level, and by doing that I have to complete a certain amount of missions within each level. That will in turn unlock the next level that we'll showcase in this demo, which is Gouda by night. So folks, welcome back. This is the Gouda nighttime level. So a few things are different at night, actually. As you may know, the freaks come out at night, so that's something that we try to put in this level as well. There's a whole host of missions to take care of, new missions, but you might also notice these manholes rumbling. And there's a guy popping out. That's a zombie. A zombie are guys that you'll see at night. And let's run over a zombie right away. And the zombies will actually be a nuisance to you, since they'll try to come at you and basically eat at you and obstruct your vision that way. They're really a nuisance in order to keep you from controlling traffic. So in order to get rid of the zombies, you have a few options. So here's another guy popping up there. Let's just make him come towards me for a moment. He'll come towards me and actually try to eat me. So as you might see, you have some goo coming over your face. You might say it's blood, you might say it's goo. It doesn't really matter for us. But you really want to make sure that this guy goes away because it's annoying, right? So you can make a fist, punch him away, and he'll really fly off. What you'll also notice is that the zombies standing with the pedestrians infect other pedestrians, so you'll have more zombies to deal with, basically. So what you want to do is make sure you're constantly taking care of all the zombies that appear. You can also throw stuff at the zombies to make sure they won't hurt you that much. So that's one of the things that you really want to take care of in this level. Another thing to notice is that there's this really specific mission here at night, and that's feed 5 pedestrians some fish. So that's the level I really want to showcase here. In order to trigger that mission, we want to make sure that we have a fish truck, because the fish truck triggers the fish mission, basically. So we'll have a look out for the fish truck. Another thing to note, by the way, that if you run over the manholes before the zombies appear, they actually get suppressed, so you won't actually have to deal with them. So it's a nice way. It's also one of the missions. Keep zombies inside the manholes before they pop out. So here's the truck, but this is a cheese truck. We don't need that one at the moment. Whoops, there's another zombie. So here's a truck with the blue fish logo on the side. That's the one we have to crash. So we have to make sure there's some cars coming from the other side that actually can cause a crash. Let me take care of the zombie real quick. So let's make this one run and this one, and I hope to have a nice crash here. There we go. And a fish pops out. I can grab the fish just like I did with the frisbee, and all of a sudden all pedestrians have seal heads. So what I can do, I can start feeding them fish. I have to make sure I sort of hit them out. Oh, I can also throw the fish at the zombies, of course, but I really want to make sure I feed 5 fish. Oh, hold on. I have to feed 5 fish to the pedestrians because that actually gets me the mission. So there we go. One more. Oh. And 5. So I cleared the mission there. And I have some fish left, so I can just throw them at the zombies. A whole host of zombies that got infected, basically. So let's run a car over them real nice and tight. So zombies and taking care and doing the fish mission, those are the unique things that are added to the nighttime levels in Gouda specifically. So what we'll do in other levels is introduce a whole host of new things that you'll get to do, basically, and hopefully surprise you all the time. So this is a quick run through of the nighttime level of Gouda. I hope that gave you a bit of an idea of all the things that you can actually do in traffic jams. I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. Be sure to try the game for yourself in the Indigo Discover Showcase until July 3rd. Traffic Jams is launching on Oculus Quest, PlayStation VR and major PC VR headsets in September of this year. You can follow us on social media or sign up for the newsletter at trafficjams-vr.com. See you on the crossroads.